Guys, Brett Roman, aka Chef Breezy. Today we have a real treat for you. Beef short ribs, aka Dino Ribs, aka brisket on a bone. These things are one of my favorite things to smoke. We're going to be doing them on the Camp Chef pellet smoker today. And first and foremost, we got to get smoke going. So we're going to do them at 250 degrees, which is a nice temp to render down the fat real nice in these things, and you just have an excellent end product. So while the smoker's getting going, we can go ahead and season these things. What I like to do is rub them down with Dijon mustard that has horseradish in it. And today we're going to be seasoning them with 2 Gringos Chupacabra Brisket Magic. Stuff is amazing. Any steak, any kind of steak, it just goes great on it. You should check this stuff out. I recommend it. So unlike pork ribs, with beef short ribs, we're not going to take the membrane off. If you take the membrane off the bone of these things, the meat can actually fall off the bone during the cook. So beef short ribs, leave the membrane on. Texture is completely different than pork, and it's not going to do you any harm to leave it on. It actually helps keep the meat intact. So these are individual cut short ribs. You can also get plate ribs, which are the bigger actual rack of beef short ribs. You just check with your local butcher. A lot of times they'll have them. Alright guys, now that we got the smoker up to temp, we're going to close the lid. Not necessarily up to temp, but it's ready to go. You want to leave it open during the starting phase. So it's about 176. We've got to get to 250. While this is getting up to temp, we'll get our short ribs seasoned. I like to use a Dijon mustard with horseradish. And again, this is just, you're using a thin layer. It's all just to keep the seasoning to stick to the ribs. All it's used for. That is it for the mustard. Now we are going to use the dry rub. Alright guys, so the smoker's up to temp. These ribs have been sitting out for about 5 minutes with the seasoning on now. You can season them prior to that. It's really just whatever your preference is. So we're going to start by sticking our meat probes into the short ribs. I try to find the smallest and the biggest, and then a few in between, and use those ones. And you just want to make sure that you're not touching the bone and you're not really in any fat. You can always throw these in while they're cooking also, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to grab the hot meat and try to get these in. So yeah, I do it right before. And once these are in, they'll just go right on the smoker. And I'm using an Bird 6 probe meat thermometer, and the thing is excellent. It's Bluetooth, has an app, really cool. not lid shut, and we are not going to look at these at all for 2.5 to 3 hours. The first 2.5 3 hours, do not open the lid, don't look at them. Obviously check your pellets, make sure they're at a good level, and just make sure your temp is hovering around where it should be. After that first 2.5 3 hours, we'll check them. They should have a nice somewhat bark formed on at that time, and then we'll start spritzing with a mix of Louisiana hot sauce and apple cider vinegar, and we'll do that spritz every 30 minutes or so until they're finished, and they'll be done once they hit anywhere from 190-ish to 208-ish. It just depends, every piece is different. We'll test them with the meat probe, and when that probe goes through that meat like butter and they're in that temp range, then we'll know that they're completely done and we can take them off and get them resting. So for now, we're just going to hang out. Alright guys, it's been about 2.5 hours or so, so we're going to open the lid, take a look and see what these look like, and we're going to start spritzing with this concoction of apple cider vinegar and a little bit of hot sauce. I use a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, maybe 16 to 20 drops of Louisiana hot sauce. Any vinegar-based hot sauce is what you want. And we're going to do this every 30 to 45 minutes until these hit temp, which again is around 190 to 208-ish. So let's take a look and we'll get them spritzed, and then just keep on moving on. Alright guys, been about 3.5, 4 hours right in there. The ribs are done. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll know when they're done when they hit that 190 to 208 temp range, but when you see your meat probe go through them like butter, just like butter, like a room temp stick of butter, you're going to know these things are completely done, ready to take off and wrap, so we can shut down the smoker. We're going to get these in some heavy duty foil. They're going to rest for a good 30 minutes. You want to get that temp back down, and you want the juice to redistribute through the meat, so don't eat them right away. Let them rest for at least 30 minutes. I also failed to mention earlier in the video that I smoked these with a blend of hickory, maple, and oak pellets, so that's what I use to smoke them. At this point, we'll just let them rest, and in a little bit we can slice them and enjoy them. Alright guys, that's it. Beef short ribs are done, and I can't tell you how excited I am about these things. Like I mentioned earlier, my absolute favorite thing to smoke, the beefiness of these things is just amazing. So we're going to slice right in and let you just see all that juiciness. Absolutely amazing. These things are just, again, one of my favorite things to smoke. Taste test. Seriously unreal, guys. The beefy flavor in these short ribs and how tender they are, nothing beats it. Until next time, I appreciate you guys watching. Click the like button, hit subscribe, please share it. Really appreciate you guys. Chef Breezy in Long Beach out.